First color I'm going to show you guys today is called Angel Wings. This is another micro glitter. This is a nice sort of, it's almost like a pure gold. It's kind of like a tarnished gold in that micro glitter formula, and it has the hollow glitter mixed in as well. It has the same formula as the other micro glitters. Really easy to apply, it goes on pretty smooth, and it does need to build up a couple of coats, but it does get fully opaque. So that's the first coat of Angel Wings. I'm going to go now with the second coat of Angel Wings, and this does get fully opaque in 2 coats. Again, the glitter builds up really nicely, it doesn't get really goopy, it's really easy to apply to the nail. So yeah, that is 2 coats of Angel Wings. So this is what Angel Wings looks like up close. You know, I was saying I was going to keep all of these, but this one's kind of on the fence for me because I don't wear it as much as the other ones. I am going to keep it for now to see how much I wear it, especially during winter time, during the holidays, and if I don't, then I am going to destash it. The next color is called Glitter All the Way, and this is like a combo glitter of gold and purple and red and green in a really tiny hex formula in a clear base. This one I actually wear on its own, so I'm not going to do like a base color for it because it's actually very, very dense. It's a lot like Electrify in that it's like there's so many little glitter particles, as you can see right there, that it does get fully opaque. I'm going to go in now with the second coat, and it's not quite fully opaque in 2 coats, so I will do 3, but you can see that it goes on really evenly and it doesn't catch or anything, it doesn't get too thick. So that is the second coat. So I'm going to go now with the third coat of Glitter All the Way, and this gets fully opaque in 3 coats. And you can see how much of the color comes through, like the color of each glitter piece comes through, and that it's not super thick and not annoying to work with. So yeah, that is 3 coats of Glitter All the Way. So this is what Glitter All the Way looks like. That's the high school that I live next to. This is what Glitter All the Way looks like up close. I think I am going to destash this one because I haven't, oh my god, because I haven't used it very much since I purchased it, and I kept Electrify, and I kind of like the way that the color combo in that one looks a little bit more than this one, so this is going to get destashed. The next color is called Party Hearty, and this was a holiday glitter. This one I pretty much exclusively wear only around Christmas, so I haven't actually used very much of this polish, but I'll show you anyway. This is a clear base with just Christmas themed glitter in it. It has red and green and silver and varying sizes of hexes. I am actually going to show you this over just a regular color so you guys can see what it looks like layered over. So that's what the first coat looks like on its own, and then I'll show you what a coat on top of a color looks like. So I'll be right back. So here it is up close, and you can see it over the teal there as well. It's a nice speckly holiday joyous polish. Sorry, I just ran out of words to say in a sentence. So yeah, this one I am going to keep. I wear it every Christmas, so it's really hard for me to like tell you how much I use it because literally I use it for like 1 day of the year, but it's my one holiday polish that I seem to always go to, so that is Party Hearty. The next color is called Celtic Sun, and this is a bright neon highlighter yellow color. I might have another like brand that has this color, like I might have another, okay, so I'm trying to say, sorry, I might have another polish from another brand in this color, but I don't seem to wear them very often. So this is what Celtic Sun looks like in the first coat. It's patchy, it's kind of streaky, it's your typical neon formula, so it does need to be built up quite a bit to get fully opaque. So that's the first coat of Celtic Sun. I'm going to go now with the second coat of Celtic Sun, and this color actually gets really bright in 2 coats. You can see it's actually surprisingly, especially for like a yellow, just in general yellows are not that easy to work with, but even in 2 coats this is actually pretty opaque and pretty bright. I am going to do a third coat because, as you can see, it is kind of streaky still and still a little bit sheer. So I am going to do a third coat after this one dries. I'm going to go in now with the third coat of Celtic Sun, and this gets fully opaque in 3 coats. And you can see that it's a little bit brighter and a little bit more saturated and quite neon. It's still not completely like non-patchy and non-streaky, but again, that's just kind of how neons are. So yeah, I am going to paint the rest of my fingers and I'll show you what it looks like up close. So this is what Celtic Sun looks like up close. I think I'm going to keep this one and destash some of the other neon yellows that I have when I get to them later. I have a couple of drugstore ones. So yeah, this one is going to stay, but I am going to see how much I actually use this one throughout this year. And if I don't actually use this neon yellow, then it's going to get destashed. So that is Celtic Sun. The next color is called Trip of a Lime Time, and I don't quite remember what collection this was from. I know I purchased this in the last like year and a half, but I haven't actually worn it. I haven't actually even swatched it. I know I bought it because I was looking at swatches. I think I was looking at Belisha Peachy Polished swatches, and I was kind of in a China Glaze kick for a little bit there, and I was like, you know, I haven't seen what China Glaze has done in a while, so I picked this one up off of her swatches because it was so pretty. It's like an off green sort of yellowy color. It's got kind of like an avocado guacamole kind of feel to it. That's what the first coat looks like. It's a little bit thin, but we'll see how it builds up. So that's the first coat of Trip of a Lime Time. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Trip of a Lime Time, and let's see, it looks like this actually builds up pretty well. The color got really bright in that second coat, and you can see kind of the true integrity of the color, and it looks like it's pretty much opaque in two coats. So that is the second coat of Trip of a Lime Time. So this is what it looks like up close. I am going to destash this one. I think it's too close to Fiercely Fiona and Who the Shrek Are You for me to justify keeping it. But it is a really pretty color, and I am kind of glad that I got to see what it looked like on my nails before I destashed it. So that is Trip of a Lime Time. The next polish is called Grass is Lime Greener, and this is another polish that I bought, I believe, at the same time as Trip of a Lime Time, and this is a neon pastel type color. It's actually, look at that, pretty opaque and pretty bright in the first coat. So this is the first coat of Grass is Lime Greener. I'm going to go now with the second coat of the Grass is Lime Greener, and this is opaque in two coats. This is another polish that I bought at the same time as Trip of a Lime Time, actually. It's another polish that I was watching, or I was looking at Belisha's swatches, and it looked so good, and so I was like, you know what, I am gonna buy it, and I was just in a kick. It doesn't apply very well. You can see that it applies pretty patchy and pretty like streaky, so yeah, not the greatest polish, but that's what it looks like in two coats. So this polish I am going to destash. This polish it came out when neon pastels were like really popular. And I kind of got sucked in because I wanted to have one, but I don't really like them, I realized. So this one I am going to destash. It's a really pretty color. It's just not got the greatest formula. And yeah, so this is gonna go. This next polish is called Tree Hugger, and this is actually a really early purchase for me. This is sort of like it's not quite as bright as a grass green, but it's like a mid-tone green with a shimmer running through it. And so this one I bought off of a swatch that I saw on Scrangy. I want to say it was Scrangy. I'm like 95% sure it was Scrangy because it's always Scrangy. And I snatched it up on an e-tailer and have just like really liked it ever since. I don't know. It's kind of an underrated polish. I don't know if they make it anymore, but it's one of those polishes that I feel like more people should talk about because it had a really pretty shimmer running through it, and it's a really nice tone of green. So that is the first coat of Tree Hugger. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Tree Hugger, and it actually builds to be fully opaque in two coats. It's got a pretty nice formula. It doesn't drag on itself, and the shimmer gets a little bit more noticeable in that second coat. So that's what it looks like in two coats. So this is what Tree Hugger looks like up close. As much as I really like this polish, I don't wear it enough to justify keeping it. So yeah, this one, I do love it, but it's going to get destashed. This next polish is called Refreshment. This is also from the Up in the Air collection that Peachy Keen and Lemon Fizz came from. This I think was one of my favorites of the collection. It's a nice minty pastel color, and it's got sort of the typical pastel formula in that it's not great, but I deal with it because the color is so pretty. So that is the first coat of Refreshment. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Refreshment, and this actually does get fully opaque in 2 coats. You just can't be too finicky with the polish, you know, you just can't manipulate it too much on the nail or it does start to get patchy. So I like to do a little bit of a thicker coat on the second coat just so that it fully covers evenly. And yeah, this is Refreshment. Again, this was, I think that collection as a whole was really pretty. Like, I really liked it as much as I kind of just destashed a couple of them, but for a pastels collection, that was like the first one I remember that I really wanted polishes from. So yeah, that is Refreshment. So this polish I am going to wait to destash after I swatch Essie's Mint Candy Apple because they're very similar. So I just want to I just want to see formula wise how they stack up before I decide which ones to destash. So the next color is called 4-Leaf Clover. This one was from spring, I want to say 2011, or it actually, you know, I'm not entirely sure. It was early when I started collecting, so it was either 2010 or 2011. It might have actually been from the Up in the Air collection. I don't quite remember again, but this is a beautiful, slightly blue-toned, bright green color. I wouldn't say it's the color of like a 4-leaf clover, but it's still a really unique color. And yeah, this one I always pull out in this ring because it's amazing. So that's the first coat of 4-leaf clover. I'm gonna go in now with the second coat of 4-leaf clover, and this actually gets fully opaque in 2 coats, and it's also a lot brighter and like much more saturated in 2 coats. It's so pretty, and this is definitely one of those colors I always like. It's gonna always be in my most recommended China Glaze colors because it's really unique and really pretty, and I don't have anything else to say about it. So yeah, that is 4-leaf clover. So this is what it looks like up close. It's actually, in the camera, it looks really teal. It's definitely more green than that in real life, but it's so pretty. So yeah, this one I am gonna keep. I love this color. It's one of my favorite China Glazes. The last color is called It's Alive. This was from a holiday or a Halloween color collection, I want to say 2011 again. And this one is so pretty. It's a swampy green color with a bunch of like swampy green glitter mixed in as well. For a while, China Glaze's Halloween colors, especially these greens, were like the best colors that they had released all year, and then they like stopped doing them, and it's kind of annoying. But yeah, this is what the first coat of It's Alive looks like. It's like the perfect sort of zombie dead person green. So yeah, that's the first coat. I'm gonna go in now with the second coat of It's Alive, and it gets fully opaque in 2 coats. And yeah, it's so pretty, and it's like really unique. Again, this is kind of what I was talking about, in which like China Glaze for me was the place to get really unique colors. I feel like not a lot of brands had done sort of this type of green at that point, and yeah, I miss like old school China Glaze that would do these sort of colors. So yeah, that is 2 coats of It's Alive. So this is what It's Alive looks like up close. It's so pretty and deep. Like it's got that like depth to it because of the glitter in the base, and yeah, this one I'm definitely gonna keep. So these are all the polishes that I'm going to keep this time. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, if you could give it a thumbs up, that would totally make my day. Otherwise, I will see you next week for the next Swatch My Stash video.